stocks drop early this morning. The VIX actually jumped to 16.04, which is the highest level since February 21st. But if you look back to, say, the NASDAQ on February 21st, it finished lower by only 40 basis points on that day, or 0.4%. The interesting thing, though, was that on that was the third consecutive day of lower prices at the time, the 21st was, which if we finish lower today, we'll have the exact same situation. The next day, February 22nd, the NASDAQ was up 2.9%. Now, that's not a prediction. It's just an observation and something to look at if the VIX sells off from these levels over the next day or so. Copper and gold and silver are all higher. The dollar is higher, with crude oil down 1.4%, and the 2-year note up 4 basis points on its yield to 4.52. 5-year is up 1 basis point, but the 10-year and the 30-year are down, with the 2-cents inversion being at -43. So, as I speak to you right now, NASDAQ down 0.6%, the Russell down 0.7, and the Dow and the S&P both down just short of 0.5%. Now, what could drive stocks higher tomorrow, or risk assets in general? Well, we do have US CPI tomorrow. The core year over year is expected to have dropped to 3.7% from 3.9% at the last reading, and the core month over month is expected to drop by 0.1%. Headline month over month is expected to increase, and year over year is expected to stay flat at 3.1%. We also have tomorrow, or I should say this afternoon, U.S. budget proposal by President Joe Biden. He's going to present it to Congress. There'll be a lot of analysis over it, maybe some headlines. It's not likely to really go anywhere. The first budget never does, but you get some kind of insight into what this administration plans to do going forward from a budget basis, or a budget perspective. Looking ahead, no Fed speak today as we approach the quiet period before next week's FOMC interest rate meeting. Earnings after the close today: 5 companies with market caps over $1 billion, including Oracle and Casey General Store. Before the market opens tomorrow, there are 7 companies with billion-dollar market caps, including Archer Daniels Midland and Manchester United, along with Kohl's department stores. Data tonight: Aussie business confidence, Japanese PPI. Tomorrow, Chinese new yuan loans, UK employment data, German inflation data, and that US CPI I already mentioned.